Screamin Eagle Coaster. Wait. Hurricane Coaster. As the largest coaster at Fun Spot Atlanta for most of its time in the parks, one would expect Screamin Eagle to be better. It does edge out its cousin in Hurricane at Fun Spot Kissimmee, as Screamin Eagle's drop allows for slightly better airtime moments and an overall enjoyable ride throughout its course. But does that make Screamin Eagle something worth experiencing? Find out in this review. Originally opening as Wildcat at Wild Island in Nevada, this coaster moved to Dixieland Fun Park in 2007, after 5 years in Nevada. In 2017, Fun Spot America bought this property and rebranded it as Fun Spot Atlanta, making this the oldest coaster from date of installation in a Fun Spot park. In 2022, Fun Spot changed its name to Hurricane Coaster to have a similar name with its counterpart in Florida. To help differentiate between these two coasters, and since I still called it Screamin Eagle when I wrote it, I will refer to it by its original-ish name, though Hurricane Coaster is its actual name now. This is a larger E&F Miler model. Mainly, this company makes kiddie coasters, such as Kiddie Coaster at Fun Spot Kissimmee and Fun Spot Atlanta, as well as Sea Serpent at Fun Spot Orlando. Only 3 of their larger models, the High Miler, are currently operating, with the 2 at the Fun Spot parks and the recently relocated Prairie Screamer. E&F Miler also had 1 Wild Mouse, as well as 1 operating water coaster, which is a mix between a coaster and a log flume. Even their kiddie coasters offer decent airtime off the drops. So, their larger models offer a solid roller coaster experience, which makes me wonder why more of these models haven't been made for parks seeking a solid mid-sized roller coaster. Screamin Eagle starts with a quick turn from the station and a lift hill which takes you up high. I don't remember the height being a problem on this one with the trees and such around the coaster. On Hurricane at Fun Spot Kissimmee, I did feel my fear of heights kicking in on how high and open you are during this stretch. Then, on Screamin Eagle, you plunge down the first drop, which gives a nice sense of airtime and overall is enjoyable for its size. It's not a great drop feeling like, say, Twisted Cyclone at Six Flags Over Georgia, but it is nonetheless enjoyable. Then, you pop back up and go around a turn to repeat dropping again. This layout may seem overly simplistic. It is, but with how decent these drops are, I actually enjoy the simplicity instead of trying to shake things up here, like Hurricane at Fun Spot Kissimmee tries to do with its low to the ground turn. Then you go up a second time and turn around to get ready for the third drop. This offers a bunny hill that is essentially part of a double down, throwing you out of your seat in the wild fashion. Another turnaround, and then you're treated to a drop and a decent airtime hill, before turning around again and hitting the final brake ride. When compared with Hurricane at Fun Spot Kissimmee, Screamin Eagle actually has 1 less drop, as there's 2 big drops and the 2 bunny hill runs, versus 3 drops and 2 bunny hill sections on Hurricane. Though Kissimmee's bunny hills aren't exactly as good. With the pacing and overall feel of Screamin Eagle, I give it the slight edge over Kissimmee's Hurricane because it just feels like better airtime to me and was more memorable, though they are very similar coasters. Overall, how good is Screamin Eagle? The various drops and airtime on this coaster are nice, especially given its size. It isn't fantastic, but it is a good mix of roller coaster elements and a family-friendly mid-sized roller coaster, making it a good fit for this park, particularly being the only large coaster here for almost 15 years. However, I just don't seem to have strong memories of enjoyment from this coaster, so it falls down my rankings more than maybe it should. However, it still ranks as a below average family coaster for me, placing below Freedom Flyer and its great restraints at Fun Spot Kissimmee, but above Jungle Coaster at Pongye Jungle Adventure. For me, it is an enjoyable coaster, but it just isn't anything truly special. What are your thoughts on Screamin' Eagle, also known as Hurricane Coaster nowadays? Is this a solid coaster? Are you able to enjoy it more than I am? Let me know, and as always, Kapkun Krap.